It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so let's talk about the Filipino fighters, right? Because we got some interesting news coming out of the Filipino boxing community. Shout out to Filipino boxing and all the Filipino fighters. Because one thing about it, I don't care if we're talking about, Nonito Donaire. I don't care if we're talking about anyone, Manny Pacquiao. Filipino fighters, one thing about them, it don't matter the skill level. They come to fight. They're lion-hearted, they're warriors, and I got a lot of respect for Filipino fighters and the value that they bring to the sport in all weight classes they compete in. So shout out to the Filipino fighters. But when we talk about Filipino boxing, you know that one of the guys that's flying that flag high for Filipino boxing right now is Marlon Tapales. He made a big name for himself last year. Even though he's been pro for a while and was champion at 118, he really made his name last year when he upset Mirza Akhmadaliev to become unified champion. And then he fought a fighter that many regard to be quite possibly the best fighter in the world in boxing today, and Naoya Monster Inoue, as he tried to become undisputed. He lost that fight, but he gave a great effort, came forward, put on an entertaining fight for the fans, and people are very intrigued to see what Marlon Tapales' next move is going to be, how he's going to rebound from all this, right? So it came out, shout out to the knucklehead himself, Sean Gibbons, the president of Manny Pacquiao Promotions. Hopefully I get a chance to run into him when I go to Angel Leo's fight here in about 10 days or so. But the media, speaking of Sean Gibbons, and Sean Gibbons stated that that basically Marlon Tapales and his team are willing to give fellow Filipino John Rio Casimero an opportunity and a chance to make a big Filipino fight happen in May. Now, this is very interesting because John Rio Casimero has had a quite interesting career arc. This is a guy in Casimero who, in his career, he's been champion at 118, been champion at 112. Has scored some big time knockouts, beat some really good fighters like Zolani Tate over the years. Had that really boring fight with Rigondeaux that I thought he lost, but he actually got the decision in that fight. But nonetheless, a guy that has seen better days. He was on the short list for a fight with the Monster Inoue. I think he'll probably remain in that short list as well, just because they had a fight scheduled back in 2020. It didn't happen through no fault of his own. COVID happened, the world shut down, and the fight wound up not happening. But they had a lot of history. Casimero's ran his mouth a lot. Some people would say he's a Shannon Briggs of Filipino boxing, which I think is kind of funny. But he's had an interesting career because he was supposed to fight Paul Butler for the WBO title, wound up not fighting Paul Butler for the title because they were supposed to fight in the UK. The British Boxing Board of Control had this weird policy where, you can't use a sauna in their country to cut weight, and he was caught using a sauna, so then he couldn't fight him. So then Paul Butler wound up fighting Joseph Agbeko. I think he beat him to become champion, and that's how he got the fight with Inoue. That's how he became champion, to get the fight with Inoue and become undisputed, right? That set up the biggest mismatch in any undisputed title fight that's ever been, right? So that being said, Casimero has been undisciplined. He hasn't lived a life. He's ran his mouth a lot more on social media, more than he has given boxing fans, top performances over the last couple of years. So, look, I think that would be a really intriguing fight for boxing because obviously Marlon has gained a lot of respect from his performance against Inoue. Marlon is a two-division champion, just like Casimero's a two-division champion. And I think right now, when you look at the overall landscape of Filipino boxing and who the big names are, I think these are two of some of the biggest names you could make. So I actually think, believe it or not, this is one of the biggest fights you can make in any weight class in Filipino boxing, right? And I think for Casimero, it'd be a chance for him, that one last chance for him to really put his name in the hat for an Inoue fight, because what better way to get the attention and possibly position yourself for an Inoue fight than to fight and potentially defeat the guy that just fought Inoue and gave him a spirited effort, in Tapales. So I like that fight. I think it'd be an explosive fight. One thing about it is I feel like Casimero, he's more of like a gunslinger. He does things very unconventionally. Punches come from the floor, the ceiling, everywhere. He can be outboxed. You can neutralize him. I think in the Rigondeaux fight, That was shown, I think, in a lot of his fights in his career. You know, it's been shown and it's been proven time and time again. You can outbox him, you can outwork him. Jonas Sultan showed us that. You know, so that being said, I just feel like Casimero, he's on the way out, and it'd be a really good, in a sense. I mean, Marlon's not a spring chicken, so to speak, but I just think he's a bit more fresher than Casimero. So in a sense, this could be kind of like a passing of the torch in a sense. Not that Marlon is this young star, but I just think it's a really good fight. Marlon, I think, is the better technical fighter. He can be slick. He showed that in the Inoue fight. He showed that in the Akbadalia fight. He showed that in different fights in his career, that he can be slick in that pocket. He has no fear coming forward. So I just think their styles would mesh very well. And it'd be fun. It'd be a really fun fight. I know that, you know, like, and I'll throw his name out there, and I had to make a separate video about him when it comes to this, but like, Elijah Pierce just signed with Sean Gibbons. He's the first, you know, in my opinion, I think he's like the first American fighter to ever sign with Viva Promotions. So I would like to see maybe him get matched up with, you know, Marlon Tapales. I mean, maybe that doesn't happen anymore. I mean, maybe that was a strategic move by Sean Gibbons to sign Elijah Pierce, to not have him fight Marlon Tapales, because he was right there ranked in all the governing bodies. He could have called him Marlon Tapales. So that could have been a strategic move by Sean Gibbons to sign up so Marlon doesn't have to fight Elijah Pierce. But I say that to say that, you know, I would like to see like one of these guys fight like an Elijah Pierce. I would like to see Elijah Pierce get his shot to see what he could do at that top level against a top contender and throw his name in the hat for like Inoue, because I know he really wants that fight and he's willing to go through any and all comers to do it. So we'll see how it goes. But nonetheless, that's the news. Sean Gibbons is saying that, you know, Marlon Tapales, John Rio Casimero, that could be the Filipino grudge match, the Filipino rivalry fight, you know, and it could be the last hoorah for John Rio Casimero, but it'll be a fun fight. But let me know what you guys think. How you guys feeling about that one, Casimero versus Tapales? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just kidding, Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.